Very good morning to everyone. In this lecture CS8601 mobile computing, today we are going to discuss about the topic Universal Mobile Telecommunication Services UMTS. It is a third generation of broadband and packet based transmission of text, digitalized voice, video and multimedia at the data rate up to 2 megabits per second. In this, UMTS offers a consistent of set of services to the mobile computer and mobile phone user, no matter where they are located in the world. It is based on the global system for mobile. That is a communication standard of GSM. It also endorsed by major standard bodies and manufacturers are planned standard for mobile user around the world. Once a UMTS is fully available, computer and phone user can be constantly attached to the internet wherever they are travel, and also the roaming in the will have the same set of capabilities. So, what are the different services? The Universal Mobile Telecommunication Systems services, the first one is a teleservices, that is a speech and SMS services, and bearer services, that is a data transfer between the point of access, and the bearer services can altered at a session or connection establishment and during ongoing sessions or connections, that is a point to point and point to multi point services. So here the data rate target are 144 kilobits per second is a satellite and rural outdoor areas, and 384 kilobits per second urban and outdoor areas, and 2048 kilobits per second is a indoor and low range outdoor areas. And then services of UMT is a second services. It bearer services have different of quality of services parameters for maximum transfer of delay variations and bit error rate. For the four types, what are the different four category of services to it? Conventional class, that is a voice, video and video gaming. And then second one, streaming classes, that is multimedia video on demand and webcast. It interact classes, that is a web browsing, network gaming, database access. And then background classes, that is email, SMS and also downlink. The virtual home environment, that is the user are consistently presented with the same personalized features, the user interface, customization and services in whatever the network or terminal wherever the user to improve the network security, location based services. Now we can move the architecture of universal mobile telecommunication system. There are three different domains. We can see the architecture diagram. We can see the different three domains. First one is a core network, and second one UMTS, terrestrial radio access network, and third one user equipment. The core network provides switching, routing, and transition for traffic. Core network also contains a database and network management functions. It compares the GSM, the network subsystem based station subsystem, mobile station, and also the terrestrial radio network provide the air interface for accessing the user equipment from the link of network. And then the base station is a node B, and the control equipment is a radio network controller, that is a RNC. In the 3G UMTS core network architecture is a Migration of the user of GSM with further elements overlaid to enable the additional functionality demanded by the UMTS. In overview of the different way in which may be carried, the UMTS core network may be split into two different areas. So number one, circuit switched area. Second, packet switched area. The circuit switched area, the elements are primarily based on the GSM network entities and carry the data of a network in the switched manner. Therefore, the permanent channels for the duration of the call, the packet switched element, these calls entities are designed to packet data. This enables much higher network usage of capacity and can be shared, and data is carried by packets which are routed according to their destination. Some network elements, particularly there are the associated with registered or shared by both domains and operate in same way. This is a GSM module. And then circuit switched element, the circuit switched elements of the UMTS core network architecture include the following network entities. Number one, mobile switching center, that is a MSC. It is establishing the same as the within the GSM, and it manages circuit switched calls under the way. And the gateway, this is effectively interface to the external network. And the packet network switched and elements, the packet switched elements of the 3G UMTS core network architecture include the following network entities. First one is a servicing GPRS support node, and also the mobility management and session management and interaction with the other areas network. In mobility management, when an user attached the packet switched demands of the UMTS core network, the generation of the message information based on the mobile current location. And session management, it manages the session, provide the required quality of service, and also the managing what are the termed the PDA packet data protocol consists, therefore the pipes over which our data are sent. And the interaction with the other areas of the network, the EMTS to able to manage the elements within the network only by communicating with the other area of the network, for example the mobile switching center and other circuit areas. And the billing, the UMTS is also responsible for billing. It achieves this by monitoring the flow of user the data across the GPRS network. The call detailed record, that is a CDRs, are generated by these UMTS before being transferred to the charging entity. That's a charging gateway functions. Now, what is a gateway GPRS support node? That is a GGSN. It like an UMTS. This entity was also first introduced in the GPRS system and also the UMTS. The gateway UMTS support the node. It is a central element within the UMT packet switched network. It handled interworking between the UMSTS packet switched network and the external packet switched network, and can be considered as a very sophisticated area. In operation, when the gateway GPRS support node receive the data addresses to an specific user, it check if the user is active and then forward the data to the servicing of the particular user interface, and also how do the SAD elements are used in the EMS network. The SAD elements, we can see the slide. The SAD elements of the 3G UMTS core network architecture include the following network entities. Number one, home location register HLR. This database contains all the administrative information about the each subscribers along with their last known locations. So in this way the UMTS network is able to route calls to the relevant node B. When a user switches their user enable, it register with the network from that is it is possible to determine which node B it communicate with, so incoming calls can routed or approximately. Even when the user end is not active, it re-register periodically to ensure that the network is aware of the last position with their current and last known location of the network. And then the equipment identity register, the EIR, that is the equipment identity register, is the entity that decide whether the given user end equipment by may be allowed onto the network. Each equipment of user entity has a number of knowns as the international mobile equipment entity. This number, as mentioned above, is installed in the equipment and is checked by the network during the registration. The authentication center, the AUC, is a protected database that contains a secret key always the contained user in the user SIM card. Now today's session we have to completely discuss the universal mobile telecommunication system, and then the architecture of the UMTS, and also the connections and SAD elements, and also the virtual home elements, and the mobility management, and also the session management we are completely discussed. In next session we are going to discuss the handover procedures, handover problems and handover procedures and securities in mobile telecommunication system unit. Thank you for watching this video.